My name is Samuel Garrison. This is my justification recommendation report for BOS security. Recently, we can't seem to hold on to our employees. This has come from scheduling conflicts and low morale, which has decreased the productivity level of the entire company. It has resulted in 3 contract cancellations before their end date. The best way for a company to keep improving is to invest in its staff. When acquiring businesses of 50 to 500 employees, 63.3% say retaining employees is actually harder than hiring them. Employee retention and turnover can be detrimental to a business. It is a problem every business faces, but it can be mitigated by recognizing workers, providing flexibility, and showing empathy. As the workplace is constantly changing, let's look at characteristics that current and future employees look for in their employer. Positive feedback often keeps employees motivated, happy, and loyal. Most people like being told when they're doing a good job. This is especially true in the workplace. As you can see from these 2 charts, 94% of employees considered that recognition is effective at causing them to produce great work, and 37% of employee respondents feel recognition is the cause for them to produce great work. Additionally, 19% responded they were more likely to work for organizations that have excellent recognition practices. Respondents also provided benefits practices, promotion practices, bonuses, raises, and environment perks along with additional trainings. However, most concluded that positive and continuous recognition was the best way to increase their productivity. Most companies already have a feedback system, but if you want the best for your staff, it helps to emphasize positives. If you're constantly just giving them what they're doing wrong or what they need to keep improving on and keep working on, it's going to lower their motivation, lower their production, and eventually they will leave the company. By starting an annual recognition program, the company can start cultivating a positive atmosphere people want to work for. The result from this practice can be seen through newfound motivation and loyalty from employees, as well as increased company production and, of course, employee retention. Now that we've considered positive feedback, let's look at how flexibility could benefit the company. Since the pandemic, more employees are looking for flexibility from their jobs. They want to have a voice in when and where they work in order to have a better work-life balance. According to EY's 2021 employee survey, 54% would choose flexibility in when and where they work. 33% of respondents wanted a shorter work week. The US is experiencing problems with scheduling, requested time off, and covering last-minute shifts. A considerable portion of our staff are expressing a dislike for the current scheduling methods and finding it hard to juggle their personal and professional lives. By adapting to a more flexible work schedule, such as a 4-day work week, the U.S. may be able to retain and motivate its employees further. A short work week can also help fill those last-minute call-out shifts, make it easier for the staff to find a work-life balance, and reduce time off requests. This leads me to my final point, empathy. Being empathetic leaders allows businesses to understand their employees better. People want to work for someone who can relate to their problems and keep their best interests at heart. Empathy has a direct correlation to employee motivation, employee production, and employee retention and turnover. Data from Business Owners 2020 State of Workplace Empathy states 74% of employees said they would work longer hours for an empathetic organization. 83% of Gen Z employees choose an employer with a strong culture of empathy over a slightly higher salary. 79% would choose an empathetic employer, even if it meant changing their role, industry, or career path. And 83% would consider leaving their current organization for a similar role or a more empathetic organization. As you can tell from the data, most employees nowadays are looking for their businesses to show empathy. They want to know that they're being understood and that they're being heard and that their employers are working for their employees. By adapting an empathetic culture, BOS can not only motivate and keep current employees, but attract the younger generation of workers. By attracting the younger generation, BOA has a chance to be fully staffed, which in turn lowers our turnover rate, lowers our missed shifts, and increases company production. I know I've thrown a lot of numbers at you, so let's take a review. Overall, I've discussed what businesses can do to help retain employees and improve company performance. I provided 3 areas of improvement, which were positive feedback, flexibility, and empathy. When considering how to inspire loyalty in your employees, keep in mind that you must understand them first. Promoting empathy in the workplace yielded the best results for retaining employees. It also had the added benefits of motivating staff, improving production, and attracting younger potential employees. It is what current and new employees are looking for in their workplaces. It is something that BOS should move towards in the future. I think that'll work.